session and let me share the screen. Just a minute, guys. Give me record permission for Sridhar. Let me check and check in case if anyone is missing with recording permissions, those who joined from laptop. Dilip ready. Dilip, you joined from phone, right? Okay, that's fine. Sridhar. Sridhar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sridhar, you don't have recording permissions?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check once. Yeah, Sridhar, you can record now. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, thank you all. Okay, so we just started this batch on last Friday, right? So I have uploaded the video. Okay, I have uploaded that last Friday video to my YouTube channel. Again, okay, half of the sessions I am going to upload to my YouTube channel. YouTube channel name is SQL DBA classes. Okay, so just search as SQL DBA classes in the YouTube, and you can see this is our channel. Okay, 1.47k subscribers. This is our channel with 3 black servers. Okay, just subscribe to it so that whenever I'm uploading the classes, immediately you are going to get the notification. And this is our class. Okay, last batch SQL DBA batch 39 class 1, class 2, class 3. Okay, so these are the Friday classes. In case if no one is recorded the sessions on Friday, okay, if you face any difficulties in recording the sessions, or if you join from mobile phone, you can get the sessions in the YouTube on the same day or else in the next day. Usually sometimes I'll be busy with interviews and all, so in case if there is a chance, I'll upload on the same day. If I'm busy, I'm going to upload in the next day, so that subscribe to it now only. Whenever I'm uploading the classes, immediately you'll get the notification. Okay, so in case if your recordings are missing and all, so that you can access from YouTube also, right? So okay, that's fine. The last, these are the 3 sessions. Okay, batch class 1, class 2, class 3, each session is around 30 minutes. Okay, right. Fine. So let me start the discussion. In our last class, we just discussed about the overview of the course. What is the course? How it will be? What is the duration? Okay, after course, what we have to do? How to plan for the jobs? How to be serious for this 1.5 months? Please mute yourself in case if you don't have questions. If you have questions, immediately unmute and you can ask me. Okay. So don't hesitate to ask any question. So people listen one thing, most of you are from non-computer background, non-science background. So don't hesitate if I ask this question, someone will, okay, okay, think differently, nothing like that. No one knows anything. Okay. So again, a doubt is a doubt only. So don't hesitate to ask any question. There is no silly doubt kind of thing. Immediately, if you are unable to understand, immediately stop me and you can ask me, and you can send message also in the chat. Okay, Zoom chat, you can send message also. In case if you're unable to ask, you can send message also. Immediately I'm going to reply. Fine, right? So in the last class we just discussed about the SQL server. So can anyone tell me what is meant by SQL server?
SQL Server is the RDBMS software
Okay,
to
why we are
store
going to
data,
use
retrieve and process the data.
right, very good. Okay, SQL server is an RDBMS software. As of now, okay, please mute yourself. Okay, as of now, if you don't understand RDBMS, don't worry. Okay, simply I'm going to mention it as a database software. Okay, SQL Server is a database software which is going to use to store the data, process the data, and retrieve the data. Okay, so for all these 3 purposes, we are going to use this SQL Server software. Okay, SQL Server, mainly SQL Server is a database software, right? Who is the vendor of this SQL Server? Who invented this SQL or who developed this SQL Server?
Microsoft.
Microsoft, okay. Microsoft in collaboration with Sybase, okay. Earlier, Sybase developed this SQL Server. Later, Microsoft, okay, buy that Sybase company and its logic. So then Microsoft used it to develop this, okay, software SQL Server. So that's why we are going to call it as a MS SQL Server. MS means Microsoft SQL Server,
Yes.
right? Fine. Okay, so yeah, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Right. So let's go with the versions of the SQL Server. So we are going to start the discussion. So, right, what are this version? What is meant by version? Okay, version is nothing but an updated software copy is called a version. Not only SQL Server, everything will have versions, right? So, for example, you are using a smartphone. Your smartphone, in that smartphone, someone may use, okay, Android phones. Someone may use iOS, Apple phones. Okay, so we have different operating systems. Okay, in the smartphones we have Android system, Android phones, and Apple phones. Like Apple phones are going to use iOS operating system. Please mute yourself, otherwise I'll mute everyone. All. Please mute if you don't have questions. Let me check. Okay. Still. Let me. Who's that? Okay. Fine. Okay. So I just muted all. In case if you have any questions, unmute and let me know. Right. Okay. So we have versions for every software, right? So in case if you go for your laptop, earlier in our laptop, we used to use Windows operating system, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows Home Basic, Windows Premium, right? Next Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, now Windows 10 and Windows 11 also came into the market. These are the versions, guys. In the same way, Android, which we are using daily, smartphones, Android 6, Android 7, Android 8, Android 9, Android 10 also came, right? So these are the versions. Versions means what? It's an updated software. Okay, so we cannot use the old version softwares. Why? Because old version softwares, there is a problem. Okay, in case of any features, new features came, those new features are not compatible with the old version softwares. So these people, these vendors are going to update their softwares as per the market requirements. Okay, so in the same way, in our SQL Server also we have different versions. Okay, so simply version is nothing but a version is a updated software copy of a SQL Server. We have different versions in the SQL servers. Okay, so earlier the SQL Server journey started in the late 90s itself. Okay, but it was not popular by that time. Okay, so when it was started popular, like when it came to market exactly in the year of 2000, in the year of 2000, see here, these are the versions, different versions of the SQL Server. If you can see one number here, that is the year in which year it came into the market. That is the year of that particular software. Okay, so Oracle will have 10G, 11C, something 12C, something like that, but we don't have that kind of numbers. We usually represent each version of the SQL Server with the year name. Okay, year, in which year it was introduced, or else in which year it came into the market. So we are going to call the SQL Server versions with the years. Okay, so from SQL Server to earlier we have SQL Server 97 also, but it was not popular. Okay, it was not came into the market. So later Microsoft developed that code and then they introduced SQL Server 2000 in the year of 2000. Okay, later Microsoft developed that particular code and they just introduced a version, okay, in the year of 2000. So that's why we are going to call it as a SQL Server 2000 version. Okay, SQL Server 2000 was very famous by that time, very famous, right? Microsoft always used it to simplify the things only. Always it is used to simplify the things. Because of Microsoft only, now everyone can learn the things easily. They invented the Windows operating system, right? Before Windows operating system, we have Linux and all. In case if you want to access Linux machines, Unix machines, okay, you should know the queries. Who will know the queries? Who will learn the queries? Commands and all will be there. Command level operating system is there. Before this graphical user interface, before Microsoft introduced this graphical user interface, we have command. Okay, disk operating system, DOS. Okay, so if you listen this word, if you go to any laptop shop, once you bought any laptop, you will get a laptop with a DOS. What is this DOS? Disk operating system. Okay, means command. Like that we have Linux, Unix. These are the different operating systems. If you want to access these machines, you should know the commands. But later Microsoft simplify the things by inventing the Microsoft operating system, the one which you are using in your laptops. Okay, because of that only the things are simplified, and Microsoft introduced the graphical user interface. So the same principle followed for SQL Server also. Earlier, if you want to access the SQL Server, you should know the queries, you should know the commands. Without knowing commands queries, you cannot access the database. But after Microsoft introduced this SQL Server 2000, now things are changed. They introduced graphical user interface so that you can easily learn, you can easily manage, and you can easily maintain any software, right? So in the year of 2000, Microsoft introduced SQL Server 2000. Later, forget about these numbers, I'll explain later what are these numbers, and I'll explain later. Later, after 5 years, okay, in the year of 2005, again they introduced one more version called SQL Server 2005. Again, remember guys, okay, one thing you have to know is each version they are going to upgrade their features. Each version, for each version they are going to introduce new features, right? Android 6, Android 10, if you compare Android 6 and 10, Android 10 is lot more better than Android 6. You'll have a lot of features in the Android 10, right? So in the same way, each version Microsoft is going to introduce new features. Okay, so after SQL Server 2000, after 5 years, Microsoft introduced SQL Server 2005. Then after 3 years, it was also very much popular. SQL Server 2005 also very much popular. Then after 3 years, they introduced SQL Server 2008. In the same year 2008, they introduced 2008 R2. Okay, then they introduced SQL Server 2012. Then after 2 years, 2014, then 2016, then 2017, and 2019. The latest version is 2019. Okay, means it was introduced 2000 in the year of 2019. Might be they are going to introduce one more new version, maybe in the 2022, something around like that. Okay, so we have these many versions. Remember guys, these are very important. You have to remember these versions. SQL Server 2000, 2005, 2008, 8R2, 2012, 14, 16, 17, 19. These should be on the tip of your tongue. Okay, why? Because we have to work on all these versions. And again, you may ask one question, sir, now we have to work on SQL Server 2000 also, right? So it depends upon the company, guys. On some, in some companies, still people are using SQL Server 2000, even though they introduced, Microsoft introduced this version 21 years back. Still people are using SQL Server 2000. Still people are using SQL Server 2005. Still people are using 2008 and 8R2. So for every version, there is a support. If you buy any product, if you buy a cell phone, you'll get 1 year warranty. Okay, so in the same way, every product will have a support, guys. Every product, every version will have a support. These are the older versions. SQL Server 2000, 2005, 8, 8R2, 12 also. These are the older versions. Microsoft ended the support for these versions. Means Microsoft don't support these versions. Why? Because if you see, if you go for Apple iPhones, if Apple introduces any new phone, new iPhone, okay, they will stop producing the older versions of iPhones. Why? Because if they still produce the old versions of iPhone, who will buy the new iPhone, right? Due to their market strategy, they will stop supporting the old products or old versions. They will stop support means what? In case if you face any issues in these versions, usually we'll have Microsoft customer care. Okay, like if we are using any, like Amazon, if you are using Amazon, okay, if you have any issues with your orders, you will call to Amazon customer care, right? In the same way, as we are the buyers for the Microsoft, Microsoft is our vendor. Microsoft will provide support. Microsoft customer care will be there. Support center, we are going to call it as Microsoft support center. If you are unable to fix the issues in the database level, you can call to Microsoft support center and you can take their support to fix the issues. Okay, they're also like DBS only will be there, SQL DBS only will be there, but they will have a lot of knowledge. Okay, but we will discuss in the same way. Like you can crack Microsoft interview also. That is the highest level of interview. With my classes, you can crack Microsoft interview also. In that much internals we are going to discuss. Okay, all right. So what happened? Once Microsoft introduces a new version software, new version of database software, it will stop supporting SQL Server 2000, 2005, the older versions. It won't support older versions. In case if you face any issues, any difficulties, you cannot call to Microsoft support. You have to work. Your team, DBA team has to work and it has to fix it. Only support won't be there, but you can use it. No issues, you can use it. And you have to pay money for that also for using, but they don't provide support. Okay, right? Every software will have license, guys. Every software will have license. It is not free. SQL Server, we have some free versions, sorry, free editions, and we have paid editions also. So I'll tell you what is free edition, what is paid editions and all. In the editions concept, we are going to discuss. Okay, so these are the versions of the SQL Server. We have SQL Server 2000, 2005, 2008, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, and 19. These are the versions of the SQL Server. And tomorrow I will ask everyone, you have to remember these versions. Why? Because you are going to apply as an experienced DBS, not a fresher DBA, right? If we don't know the versions also, that's it. They don't ask next question also. Okay, it is very important to know the versions of the SQL Server, right? So SQL Server is a software, right? SQL Server is a software. So in case if we want to install any software, what we should have? I want to install one software. What we should have? What we should have? Mainly, what we should have? What are the prerequisites?
RAM.
RAM, very good.
OS.
OS,
OS.
very good.
Memory.
Virtual
Memory,
machines and
very good.
virtual
Yeah.
machine is also required.
Very good.
Set of
Very
files.
good. Set of files, very good.
Compatibility.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. All are correct only. But I am looking for a specific answer, that is OS. Okay. Operating system.
Windows.
Yes.
System, yes.
Yes. Okay. So operating system. So if you want to install any application, we should have operating system. So if we want to install operating system, we should have a machine. Machine means what? In the organization, we are going to call servers. Okay, servers as machines or boxes. Okay, that box, production box, non-prod box, dev box, QA box, like that they are going to call it as a box. Box, machine, bare metal. Okay, everything they are representing as a server only. Okay, server means what? See, we have two types of operating systems. Okay, in the Windows, we have two types of operating systems. One is desktop operating system. Second one is server operating system. Okay, so desktop operating system means the one which we are using. Okay, your laptops. We are using desktop operating system only. What are the versions of the desktop operating system? Can anyone tell me what are the versions we have in the desktop operating system?
Windows 10.
Windows 7, Windows 8.
Very good, very good, super. Okay, so we have different operating systems like Windows 7. Before Windows 7, we have Windows Vista, Windows Premium, Windows Home Basic. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have, these are the different versions of the desktop operating system, right? Windows 7. Let me start with Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 8.1 also came, but no one knows. It was okay, not so famous. And then Windows 10, okay, which we are using now. Some of you are still using Windows 7, and Windows 11 also came into the market. Okay, Windows 11, right? You can download and you can install, right? So these are the desktop operating systems. In case you want to install any software, you should have operating system. But if we want to install this operating system, what we should have? We should have a machine. We should have a laptop. We should have a server. Okay, so in the machine, what are the main components? RAM, CPU. Okay, RAM, CPU, and storage. These are the main components for any machine. These are the main components for any machine. RAM, CPU, storage. Okay, I hope you know the difference between RAM, what RAM will do, what CPU will do, what storage will do. Right? So RAM, you can save the things temporarily. Storage, you can save the things permanently. CPU will help you to process the request from the customer, from the user. Okay, CPU will help you to process the requests, whatever work is there, that will be done by the CPU only. I told you, right, data is going to be processed. How the processing will be done? With the help of CPU. Okay, so these are the main three components for any machine. So in case if we want to install SQL Server, we should have a server first, or else we should have a laptop. Okay, in that we have to install Windows operating system. We have to install Windows operating system. Windows operating system is an interface between a user and the machine. Okay, an operating system is an interface between a user and the machine. If you want to talk to the laptop directly, you cannot talk it. You can talk to the operating system talk to the laptop, right? So we cannot talk to the laptop directly. We have to take the help of the operating system. Like how life is there for us, operating system is the life of the particular laptop or server, right? So we can install any application on the operating system. If you want to install any application, we should have operating system first, right? So we have two types of operating system. One is desktop operating system, second one is server operating system. Usually in the organizations, we don't use desktop operating systems. We will only use for our laptops. Laptops means once you go to the company, they will give you the laptop, right? Only in those laptops you can see desktop operating systems. There is a limitations with the desktop operating systems. Okay, there is a limitation, like in terms of RAM, in terms of storage. There are some limitations with the desktop operating systems. Okay, max to max capacity of RAM for desktop is, I hope, 16 GB or hardly 32 GB. I'm not sure about 32 GB, but the 16 GB laptops are there in the market. That is the max capacity, guys, for desktop operating system. Storage also hardly 1 TB, 2 TB. But this 16 GB or 32 GB not at all enough for the servers. Those are just peanuts. Why? Because we are going to store lot of data, we are going to process lot of data. So we should have lot of RAM, and the server should be up and running 24/7. Laptop, once your work is completed, you are going to shut down your laptop and you will just keep it in a somewhere like your drawer and all. But server, not like that. Server should be up and running 24/7, guys. Why? Because imagine if your Amazon is down for a minute, how much loss is there for Jeff Bezos? Your Flipkart is down for 1 minute. Your net banking is down for 1 minute. If your IRCTC is down for 1 minute, your WhatsApp is down for 1 minute, how much loss will be there? If your WhatsApp is down for 1 minute, if your WhatsApp servers are down for 1 minute, around the globe, almost 300 to 400 crore people are going to be affected. Okay, so it's very important, guys. No one will allow for the downtime. Okay, the server should be up and running 24/7. So when compared to desktops, server should be more efficient. So that's why we are going to use server operating systems in the organization. Okay, we don't use desktop operating systems for installing SQL servers. You can install SQL server in the desktop operating systems also. Okay, Microsoft desktop operating systems also you can install, but in the organization will use only server operating system. Why? Because for the efficiency, we have to use, okay, 64 GB RAM machines. We will have 128 GB RAM machines, 512 GB RAM machines, 1024 GB RAM machines, 1024 GB. Imagine, not storage, 1024 GB RAM itself. That kind of applications we have to support. Okay, so your desktops can't support that much of RAM, that much of storage and all. In the organizations also, we are going to use of 10 TB, 20 TB, 30 TB, depends upon the application size, depends upon the database size. We are going to increase the storage also. Okay, but your desktop operating systems can't support, okay, that much of storage, that much of RAM. That's why we are going to use server operating systems, right? So how we are having SQL Server versions, how we are having desktop versions, in the same way, Windows Server operating system is also a software only, an operating system, but it's a pack of softwares. Okay, so Windows Server operating systems also we have versions. Okay, so SQL Server versions are there, Windows Server versions are there. You have to remember both. You have to remember SQL Server versions and you have to remember Windows Server versions also. Okay, 1 minute, guys. The meeting is going to close for every 40 minutes. Okay, you can see the timer on your desktop. It is going to end in 1.5 minutes. If the meeting is closed automatically, immediately I'll open the same meeting link. Try to join with the same link again. Don't be late. We'll start discussing immediately. Okay, fine. The meeting will close now. Automatically for every 40 minutes, the meeting will close. Again, you have to connect with the same meeting link and join immediately so that we can start discussion immediately. Right. Fine. Let me close the meeting again. Why we have to wait till the timer? Okay, let me close it and let me reopen the meeting again so that you can join immediately. Okay, please join immediately. Don't okay, don't be late. Yeah, let me close it and let me reopen.